Hello and welcome to the Howsy Cricket Podcast. I'm joined with my man Huzaifa here. Huzaifa, what a fantastic World Cup we've had so far. Describe it. 3 words. Let's go.
Amazing, brilliant, upsetting.
Why?
Upsetting because obviously our country, Pakistan, has disappointed us all in the last 4 games. No intent shown whatsoever.
This team only gives heart attacks, right?
Seems every team we support gives us heart attacks.
Well, let's talk about the start that they go off to. 2 wins, Sri Lanka, Netherlands, record-breaking run chase against Sri Lanka. Beat the Netherlands, wasn't convincing, but got the win. 3 points, that's all that matters. And now, 4 defeats on the bounce.
I think that's come down to, especially in the opening 2-3 games, they did have a good, solid opening partnership. And I think, especially from that India game onwards, Imam ul-Haq was just not supporting Abdullah Shafiq. So I think that's what really rocked them, especially because Imam ul-Haq did make 60 runs in that against Sri Lanka. So I think the opening partnership is what affected them mostly in the runs making. And in bowling, I think they really are feeling the absence of Naseem Shah. They really are. I mean, Hassan Ali is a good player, but can he replace the likes of Naseem Shah? That's the question that everybody's asking right now. And the answer is simply no.
That Indian game, how much did that annoy you? Look at the start they got off to, 155 for 2. And then bang, within 10 minutes, they've lost another 8 wickets, all out for 190.
Well, I think it comes down to intent and confidence, because I don't think they really felt any confidence in that, especially in the last end of that innings. So I think that the way they handled the situation, especially with all the pressure on them from the fans and the immense pressure from the bowling attack of India, I think that they did not want to bat in the end. I think that they just did not show any confidence or intent to play that game.
You talk about intent in batting. You look at these countries like South Africa, New Zealand, India, England, not so much this World Cup, but over the last 4 years, how they've used that batting intent to score loads of runs, put that bowling team under pressure. Pakistan don't have that intent.
Yeah, I think the difference between Pakistan and the rest of the teams in the World Cup is Pakistan takes the ODI as a classy type of cricket where they can play all their shots. Other teams, they don't care about playing the class shots. As long as it runs, they will take it.
All right, well, let's talk about the hosts India in this World Cup so far. 5 wins out of 5, once for into the semi-final stage. How good are they looking?
I think they've been brilliant. Their bowling attack's just been unbeatable. I mean, they've bowled out nearly 3 teams now. I think it's been brilliant.
The likes of Jasprit Bumrah, classy bowler, coming back from injury, and he's still bowling. I mean, there was this debate before the World Cup, Shaheen Shah Afridi or Jasprit Bumrah. Shaheen Shah Afridi has looked average at best in this World Cup.
I think that he's been more impactful in the late end of the innings. I mean, Jasprit Bumrah has been a rock throughout his spells, a rock. I mean, there's a couple of balls where he might bowl bad, but 9 times out of 10 he'll deliver you an unplayable ball.
Well, there was a reason why India was the favourite in this World Cup, isn't it? You got their batting. Rohit Sharma, most 6s in an ODI, in the ODI format. You got Virat Kohli averaging 110 in the opening 5 games of the World Cup. I mean, that's a ridiculous number.
Yeah, he hit a century against Bangladesh, was it? Yep.
Yeah, and Pakistan as well.
Pakistan as well. So that did absolutely bring his average to 110. But I think, as a Pakistani, you'll hate Rohit Sharma because he's just such a great opener.
In that game, Pakistan bowlers, they know Rohit Sharma can pull the ball.
And they still bowl short.
And they bowl him short. I mean, where is the sense in that? This is the Pakistan team that we support, unfortunately. They've still got a chance to qualify, though. Win their remaining 3 games. New Zealand, Bangladesh, England. What do you think are the chances?
I think they are extremely slim, especially because New Zealand has lost today.
Let's talk about that. Cracking game, isn't it? New Zealand losing by just 5 runs in a high-scoring thriller. Australia posted, I think it's 388.
Yep.
New Zealand falling 5 runs short. What do you think is New Zealand's chance now to qualify? I mean, they've won 4, lost 2 now.
No, I think they are still in the on the wheel. You know, I think they can still qualify. They've got the batting, they've got the bowling. Their middle order is brilliant, especially with Jim Neesham today scoring 50 off just 33 balls. I think that their opening partnerships as well between Conway and Ravindra, I think it's been brilliant.
Well, their opponents today, Australia, lost 2 and now have won 4 on the bounce. Glenn Maxwell, did you see his 100 the other day?
It was brilliant. It was a record 100,
Record
40
100
balls.
in the World Cup.
Him and Henry Clausen.
They are.
Whose do you think was better, Henry Clausen's or Graham Maxwell's?
I don't think Klaassen quite got to the 100 mark. I think he was about
Their innings as a whole.
89, 90. I think Glenn Maxwell. The way he was striking that ball against... I know it was against the Netherlands, but bear in mind, they have won 2 games in this tournament, beating Bangladesh. What should they beat? South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Yeah,
South
yeah,
Africa.
Yeah. Do you think it comes down to pressure or pressure because it's an underdog, or do you think that the Netherlands just outclassed them?
What, the defeat to South Africa?
Yep.
Obviously, South Africa lost to them in the T20 World Cup last year as well.
That was a brilliant game, wasn't it, for the Pakistani fans?
I was up early in the morning watching that one.
Yeah, we were.
But yeah, I think South Africa, I think that was just a blip from them. They've looked really, really good in this World Cup, especially their batting performances. Quinton de Kock at the top of the order. He's got 300s now already in this World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this question whether South Africa can chase totals as well, and we've seen that. Although it wasn't convincing against Pakistan, we saw how they overcame Pakistan yesterday, winning by 1 wicket. So I guess that shows loads of variety in their game, and possibly they could go on to win this World Cup.
Do you think that they are in that top zone of trophy contenders, or
for the trophy this time out?
The cup contenders.
I mean, they're definitely up there. I don't see them, bottling this and not getting into that top 4.
Right, moving on. Let's talk about Afghanistan. What do you think? They've turned it around, haven't they?
Tell you what, if they could use these 2 hands to catch a ball, they'd be right up there in the top 4.
They have dropped a lot of catches. They've cost them games as well.
Beat Pakistan.
Yeah, there's upsetting.
8 wickets win. I mean, if they could use these hands, I'll say it again, if they could catch a ball, they would be in the top 4.
Very true. Do you think that they have the skill to be able to compete for the World Cup in the future?
Of course. I mean, look, their cricket board was only created, I think, in the early 2000s. Their first World Cup appearance, I think it was in 2015. So how far they've come already shows you what a great cricket nation they are. They have some fantastic spinners. You've got Majid, you've got Rashid Khan. I mean, they are ones to watch out for.
It's not just that, Hamza. They are powerful men. They can hit a ball. When they hit a ball, it just stays hit.
I can't disagree with you on that.
I mean, the Afghan boys that we see playing in the park now here locally, just playing tape ball. Just imagine how good they are playing hardball.
I mean, when I'm watching them in the park, like you just said, when they strike the ball, it goes miles, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're about nearly, 100 metres from them. And the ball, I have to get the ball and throw it back to them half the time.
Talk about getting the ball, it goes over my head and I'm going to get it for them.
They are powerful men.
Magnificent cricketers. Let's wrap this up now. Who are your top 4? I know we've already said it, but
looking at this,
you got to remember, Pakistan still have a chance.
Pakistan just have a chance. I'm just going to be biased with Pakistan in there. I'm going to go India, Australia, South Africa, and Pakistan. I think New Zealand will drop, especially after the Australia game. They will lose their confidence.
I can't disagree with you there. Do you know what? Pakistan done in the T20 World Cup last year.
Yep, they
who's
can
to
do
say
it
it
again.
will happen again? Magnificent. Well, make sure you carry on tuning in for this podcast. We'll be back. See you soon.
See you next time.